You're texting someone important. Could be your boss. Could be the person you've been trying to impress for 3 weeks. You type a perfectly normal sentence, hit send, and then you see it. I'll be there in a sec. 6. You meant 6. And now you're staring at your screen like it personally betrayed you. Here's what's strange. Your phone can recognize your face, navigate you across an entire continent, translate languages in real time. But somehow it still thinks you meant duck. So how does your phone predict words before you even finish typing them? Why does it get it right thousands of times silently, but fail at the worst possible moment? And is it really reading your keystrokes, or is it reading something else entirely? Because what your keyboard is actually doing goes deeper than fixing typos. If you find this interesting, subscribe to Origin of Everyday Things. Here's what most people don't realize. Autocorrect is right far more often than it's wrong. Thousands of times a day, it's quietly cleaning up your sloppy thumbs without you ever noticing. You only catch the failures, the embarrassing ones, the ones that get screenshotted and sent around. But here's the real contradiction. Your phone can predict words you haven't finished typing. It can suggest your next word before you even start it, and yet it doesn't understand a single one of them. It doesn't know what meeting means. It doesn't know ducking isn't what you wanted. It has zero concept of context. And sometimes it replaces real words with wrong ones. A system designed to fix mistakes, actively creating new ones. That doesn't quite add up. Which raises a deeper question. If autocorrect doesn't actually understand language, how is it predicting your words so well? To make sense of that, you have to go back to where this whole thing started. Autocorrect wasn't born on your phone. It started on desktop computers, inside Microsoft Word, back in the mid-1990s. And it looked nothing like what you use today. The original version was basically a find and replace list. You type te, it swaps to the. You type adn, it becomes and. No intelligence behind it. No prediction. Just a table matching common typos to their corrections. On a full-sized keyboard, that was enough. Typos were occasional, predictable, and easy to fix with simple rules. Then smartphones arrived, and everything changed. Suddenly people were typing on glass with their thumbs, tapping tiny keys while walking, while eating, while barely paying attention. Typos weren't rare anymore. They were constant. Every message was full of them. And the old find and replace approach couldn't keep up. So engineers had to rebuild the entire system. Instead of just fixing mistakes after you made them, the new version would try to predict what you were typing while you were still typing it. That single shift turned autocorrect into something completely different from what it started as. But here's where it gets more precise. How does the prediction engine actually work underneath the screen? Every time you tap a letter, your phone doesn't just record that one keystroke. It runs a probability calculation across every possible word you could be forming and ranks them in real time. This runs on something called a language model. Before your phone ever reached your hands, it was trained on massive amounts of text. Books, articles, messages, emails, billions of examples of how people actually write. And from all that data, it learned one core thing. Language follows patterns. If someone types good, the next word is statistically likely to be morning, night, or luck. Not volcano, not plankton. Your phone knows this because it's seen good morning millions of times and good plankton essentially never. But there's another layer. Your phone isn't just reading which key you pressed. It's reading where your finger actually landed. Each key on your screen is tiny. Your fingertip covers 2 or 3 letters at once. So the keyboard maps every tap as a coordinate, then asks, given where the finger landed and the word being built, which letter was probably intended? It's not recording keystrokes. It's interpreting them. Like a translator who understands your accent. This is why you can type fast and sloppy and still get clean sentences. Your phone is correcting in real time, and you never see the work, only the result. If you're learning something new, consider subscribing to Origin of Everyday Things. But this leads to another question. If the system is that precise, why does it still fail? Because your phone doesn't just use a universal dictionary, it learns from you personally. Every text you send, every correction you reject, every slang word you repeat, your phone quietly updates its model of how you communicate. That's why it eventually learns your friend's weird nickname. It adapts to your habits. But this also means if you mistype something often enough, your phone starts treating it as intentional. You've accidentally trained it. And now it autocorrects real words into your mistakes. The system you were supposed to teach ended up learning the wrong lesson. Now here's the part most people overlook. That personal model your keyboard builds over time is essentially a record of how you think. What words you use, who you message, what topics come up, even your emotional patterns. Default keyboards usually keep this data on your device, but some third-party keyboards have been caught sending keystroke data to external servers. Every word, every password, every private message, uploaded under the label of improving the experience. And you probably agreed to it in a permission screen you never read. So what can you do? Stick with your phone's default keyboard if privacy matters. Check permissions on any third-party keyboard. And if autocorrect keeps suggesting a word you never meant, reset your learned dictionary. Start clean. Autocorrect isn't magic, it's math. A probability engine running silently behind every keystroke, trained on patterns, shaped by your habits. It doesn't understand your words. It calculates them. And once you know that, every suggestion your keyboard makes starts to feel a little different. Not like a helpful guess, more like a quiet reminder that your phone has been paying very close attention this whole time. What's the worst autocorrect fail you've ever had? Drop it in the comments.